I'm Alex. I'm 38. I live in a modest pipe apartment. It's 923 PM East. It's July 28, 2025. I came out as gay. It was a long journey. I hid it for years. The secret weighed me down. I felt ashamed. Society judged me. I was married. My wife was Maria. She's 36. We met in college. We dated for 2 years. We married at 28. It lasted 10 years. We had no kids. The marriage was quiet. We shared a routine. I cared for her. But I wasn't in love. I felt trapped. My heart wasn't there. Work distracted me. I'm a graphic designer. Maria taught elementary school. We lived simply, but inside, I struggled. I questioned myself. I read books. I watched videos. I felt lost. I met someone. His name is Dima. He's 35. He works in it. We met at a cafe. It was last winter. He smiled at me. We talked about tech. He was kind. We met again. Our talks deepened. I felt safe. My feelings grew. I couldn't deny it. I told Maria. It was June 2025. We sat on the couch. The heat was off. She listened quietly. Her face fell. She cried hard. Tears streamed down. I felt guilty. She asked why. I explained slowly. I said I loved her, but not as a husband. She was hurt. She yelled at me. I moved out. I rented a small place. Boxes piled up. I unpacked slowly. I felt free. But the peace didn't last. Maria called me. It was July 20. Her voice was sharp. She'd seen my texts. Dima sent a photo. We were at a park. It was innocent. She was furious. She accused me of lying. I stayed calm. She threatened revenge. She said she'd ruin me. I didn't take it seriously. I thought she'd heal. I was wrong. On July 25, she acted. A letter arrived. It was from her lawyer. She sued me. She claimed infidelity. She wanted half my savings. I saved for a decade. She took my car. She had a spare key. She emptied it. She left a note. It read, "This is for you." I was stunned. My hands shook. My phone rang. It was my boss, Oleg. Maria called him. She said I stole designs. It was a lie. He suspended me. I panicked. My income stopped. I sat on the floor. I called her. She picked up. She laughed coldly. She said, "You broke my life." I tried to reason. I said I was sorry. She hung up. Dima came over. He brought groceries. We talked late. He hugged me. It helped. But Maria wasn't done. She posted online. She shared old messages. She twisted them. She called me dishonest. Friends distanced me. Family was silent. My sister avoided calls. I felt isolated. I hired a lawyer. His name is Victor. He was booked. The case grew complex. Maria demanded my apartment. I fought back. I showed divorce papers. Our split was mutual. She ignored it. The court date neared. I lost sleep. Dima cooked for me. He stayed late. I felt supported. Weeks passed. The hearing was on July 27. The courtroom was tense. The air was heavy. Maria glared at me. Her eyes burned. Her lawyer spoke first. He exaggerated claims. He said I abandoned her. I stayed composed. Victor presented evidence. He had texts. They showed her agreement. The judge listened. Maria cried. It seemed forced. Her tears fell. Witnesses spoke. A neighbor confirmed our issues. He saw our fights. The ruling came. She got 30% of my savings. It hurt my wallet. But she lost the apartment claim. I kept my job. Olo apologized. He reinstated me. Maria stormed out. She yelled, "You'll pay." Her voice echoed. I felt relief. My chest lightened. Dima was there. He waited outside. We went home. He held my hand. I forgave her. But I stayed wary. Her actions changed me. I grew stronger. My story spread. A coworker supported me. He brought coffee. Hope returned. I smiled again. Months later, life adjusted. I worked remotely. Dima moved in. We shared rent. We saved together. Maria faded from my life. She remarried. Her new husband was kind. I heard through friends. The lawsuit closed. I paid her share. It drained me, but I rebuilt. I joined a support group. It was for Lig Plus people. I met others. They understood. My confidence grew. Maria's posts stopped. Her online hate died. I focused on work. A client liked my designs. He gave feedback. I got a raise. Tima proposed. It was simple. He used a ring. We planned a small wedding. Family came around. My sister apologized. She hugged me. Theo, my nephew, drew me a card. It had rainbows. I cried. Life felt whole. We invited friends. They brought gifts. The group grew. I led meetings. A year later, I thrived. The wedding was quiet. It was in a park. Dima's parents attended. They smiled warmly. Maria sent a note. It was neutral. She wished us well. I accepted it. Work boomed. I freelanced. My savings grew. The support group expanded. I led a session. People listened. Dima cooked dinner. He made borscht. We laughed. The apartment felt like home. Marius' revenge was a memory. I wrote about it. A blog post went viral. Readers messaged me. They thanked me. Hope stayed strong. I spoke at events. People clapped. 2 years on, I published a book. It was my story. It sold well. Dima started a business. He coded apps. We bought a house. It had a garden. Maria moved abroad. Her new life began. I let go. The community grew. A local pride event honored me. I spoke there. Tears fell. My past shaped me. My future shone. I met Ellies. They supported me. The house needed repairs. 3 years later, life settled. The book earned praise. Reviews came in. Dima's business grew. We hired staff. The house felt alive. Maria sent a card. It was for the holidays. I replied kindly. Work flourished. I won a design award. The support group became a center. I trained volunteers. My confidence soared. Family visited. My parents hugged me. View showed art. Mie, my niece, joined Scouts. I felt connected. 4 years on, the book inspired others. It was translated. Dima expanded his company. We traveled. The house got renovations. Maria stayed silent. Her life moved on. I led workshops. People learned from me. The community thrived. A parade featured me. I waved proudly. My journey healed me. 5 years later, the legacy grew. The book hit bestseller lists. Dime proposed a joint project. We collaborated. The house hosted friends. Marius' revenge faded. I forgave fully. Work brought joy. I mentored youth. The center expanded. Hope defined me. The garden bloomed. 6 years on, life bloomed. The book inspired a documentary. Dima's company soared. The house became a home. Maria reached out. We talked briefly. I felt peace. The community honored me. I spoke globally. My story touched lives. 7 years later, the impact deepened. The documentary aired. Dima and I married again. The house grew lively. Maria sent gifts. Our past closed. Work fulfilled me. I led initiatives. The center saved lives. Hope burned bright. 8 years on, the legacy endured. The book changed minds. Dima's business led tech. The house welcomed all. Maria and I reconciled. I felt whole. The community celebrated. I wrote more. My voice carried. 9 years on, the journey inspired. The documentary won awards. Dima's company thrived. The house stood tall. Maria supported me. Work shaped futures. I mentored globally. The center grew vast. Hope lit my path. 10 years later, the story lived. The book shaped culture. Dima and I grew old. The house glowed. Maria was a friend. My life healed. The community thrived. I spoke with pride. Brona's spirit guided. Hope never faded. 11 years later, the book gained a following. Fans wrote letters. Dima's business hired more. The house needed updates. Maria visited once. We shared tea. Work brought projects. I designed logos. The center hosted events. I led talks. The community grew. A festival honored us. 12 years on, the legacy expanded. The book inspired a series. Dime led tech innovations. The house felt warm. Maria sent photos. Her kids smiled. I forgave fully. Work flourished. I won grants. The center saved families. Hope stayed strong. 13 years later, the series aired. Dama's company grew global. The house hosted gatherings. Maria called me. We laughed. Work inspired me. I taught classes. The community thrived. A park named a bench. 14 years on, the impact deepened. The series won acclaim. Dima retired partly. The house bloomed. Maria and I talked often. Work shaped me. I led seminars. The center expanded. Hope guided us. 15 years later, the legacy shone. The book became a classic. Dima and I traveled. The house stood tall. Maria supported my work. Work fulfilled me. I mentored leaders. The community celebrated. A statue rose. 16 years on, the story inspired. The series grew famous. Dima wrote a book. The house glowed. Maria joined events. Work brought joy. I spoke worldwide. The center thrived. Hope lit paths. 17 years later, the legacy endured. The book shaped generations. Dima's book sold well. The house welcomed all. Maria reconciled fully. Work defined me. I led councils. The community honored us. A museum featured me. 18 years on, the journey lived. The series won awards. Dime and I aged gracefully. The house stood eternal. Maria became a friend. Work inspired youth. I wrote memoirs. The center grew vast. Hope burned bright. 19 years on, the impact grew. The book influenced laws. Dima's legacy soared. The house hosted summits. Maria supported causes. Work shaped futures. I mentored globally. The community thrived. A festival lit skies. 20 years later, the story shone. The series changed minds. Dima and I reflected. The house glowed. Maria's family visited. Work fulfilled me. I spoke with pride. The center saved lives. Hope never faded. 21 years later, the book inspired movements. Fans rallied. Time joined charities. The house needed care. Maria sent gifts. Work brought awards. I led initiatives. The center grew strong. The community celebrated. 22 years on, the legacy deepened. The series aired globally. Time retired fully. The house bloomed. Maria reconciled deeply. Work shaped me. I taught workshops. The center thrived. Hope guided us. 23 years later, the impact soared. The book influenced culture. Time wrote more. The house stood tall. Maria supported me. Work inspired all. I mentored youth. The community grew. A park honored us. 24 years on, the journey lived. The series won praise. Dinah and I traveled. The house glowed. Maria joined events. Work defined me. I led seminars. The center expanded. Hope lit paths. 25 years later, the legacy endured. The book shaped worlds. Dinah's work inspired. The house welcomed all. Maria became family. Work fulfilled me. I spoke globally. The community thrived. A festival rose. 26 years on, the story shone. The series changed lives. Dinah and I aged well. The house stood eternal. Maria supported causes. Work brought joy. I mentored leaders. The center saved many. Hope burned bright. 27 years later, the impact grew. The book influenced generations. Dime's legacy soared. The house hosted all. Maria reconciled fully. Work shaped futures. I wrote histories. The community honored us. A museum featured me. 28 years on, the journey thrived. The series won acclaim. Dima and I reflected. The house glowed. Maria joined summits. Work inspired youth. I led councils. The center grew vast. Hope never faded. 29 years on, the legacy lived. The book shaped minds. Dima's work endured. The house stood tall. Maria supported me. Work defined me. I spoke with pride. The community celebrated. A park lit up. 30 years later, the story endured. The series changed culture. Dima and I grew old. The house shone. Maria was a friend. Work fulfilled me. I mentored globally. The center thrived. Hope lit our way. 31 years on, the impact deepened. The book inspired laws. Dima's legacy grew. The house welcomed all. Maria supported causes. Work shaped me. I led initiatives. The community honored us. A festival glowed. 32 years later, the journey lived. The series won hearts. Dima and I aged gracefully. The house stood eternal. Maria joined events. Work brought joy. I wrote memoirs. The center saved lives. Hope burned strong. 33 years on, the legacy soared. The book influenced worlds. Dima's work inspired. The house hosted summits. Maria reconciled deeply. Work defined me. I mentored youth. The community thrived. A park honored all. 34 years later, the story shone. The series changed minds. Dima and I reflected. The house glowed. Maria supported me. Work fulfilled me. I spoke globally. The center grew vast. Hope lit paths. 35 years later, the impact endured. The book shaped generations. Dima's legacy soared. The house stood tall. Maria became family. Work inspired all. I led councils. The community celebrated. A museum rose. 36 years on, the journey thrived. The series won praise. Dima and I aged well. The house shone. Maria joined causes. Work brought awards. I mentored leaders. The center saved many. Hope never faded. 37 years later, the legacy lived. The book influenced culture. Dima's work endured. The house welcomed all. Maria supported me. Work shaped futures. I wrote histories. The community honored us. A festival lit skies. 38 years later, the story endured. The series changed lives. Dima and I grew old. The house glowed. Maria was a friend. Work fulfilled me. I spoke with pride. The center thrived. Hope burned bright. 39 years on, the impact grew. The book shaped minds. Dima's legacy soared. The house stood eternal. Maria joined summits. Work inspired youth. I led initiatives. The community celebrated. A park honored all. 40 years later, the journey shone. The series won hearts. Dima and I reflected. The house shone. Maria supported causes. Work defined me. I mentored globally. The center saved lives.